Hey everybody, this is Rod from Diaspora Kicking the Bobo, coming to you with another video. Sorry I haven't been doing videos, on a consistent basis like I usually do, but like I say, it's wintertime and I usually don't get out like I should, Just recently came back from Africa, from Liberia, had a great time, had fun doing the things that I wanted to do, seeing the land, different things like that, you know. But it is a wonderful Sunday morning here in Minnesota. Kind of sunny outside, but as you can see, don't let that sun fool you. It's cold out there, So we're just going to talk about something today, pioneers. But before we get into pioneers of the new Back to African movement, I want you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave some messages, tell me how you like the video and what you think of the video, or the information. Now, one of the things that we talk about, you're gonna see my grandbaby in the background. She's been kind of acting up, so there's nothing I can do about that. But one of the Back to African movements is that we all know what the Back to Africa movement is, Back in 2019, they had this Back to Africa movement. A lot of African Americans and diasporans from all over the country were going back to Africa, specifically Liberia. We know the beginning of the Back to African movement were some very famous individuals. Marcus Garvey was probably one of them. Everybody in the Pan-African movement was going. But I want to talk to you about these pioneers that had a big influence on today's time. Some of these pioneers that I call pioneers were people who probably didn't intend to be pioneers, but latched on to something that caught hold, and it just spread it like wildfire. And they were convincing hundreds of thousands of Black diasporans to come to Africa and visit, vacation, or even live and move. They did such a good job that some of them just picked up, didn't save money, nothing. They just picked up and moved to Africa. Some of them stayed, some of them went back. But the point is that they kind of started a new movement, and they didn't know how to set it up, or they didn't have time to set it up because they probably didn't know that it was going to last. Some of these pioneers were Rick and Cynthia from the Bagg family. You have Blazek Julia from Blazek. You have Dinah Amir. You have Kinganda O'Shea Duke Jackson, honorary, and also T3andMe. These are very smart, persuasive individuals. Now, you had a lot of other ones like Art Cathy. Art Cathy was a great influence on me, even though she kind of fell to the wayside, said and did some things that she shouldn't have said and did, but she was a great influence on a lot of people. But you had a lot of other people who started off, but they were different because all the people that I mentioned literally stayed there and they invest there, and they just wasn't doing videos talking, because a lot of times when people just talk, they just talk and they want you to see their videos. But these ladies and gentlemen, they literally invested in Africa, and they talked me into investing in Africa, buying property, visiting Africa, doing what I thought I could do, not only for the African Americans, but for the natives in Africa themselves, And I had a good time doing it. But being a pioneer is something where a person sets out, they venture out, and they lay out the land, And when they lay out the land, they follow trails. And then they write these trails down. And then they leave it for others to follow them. You know, sometimes they leave a good trail. Sometimes they leave a not so good trail. But those that I mentioned left good trails. The problem was a lot of people wasn't listening. I know the Bag family gave good information. Heck, free information. You had T3andMe, good information. O'Shea Duke Jackson, excellent information. As a matter of fact, he did some interviews on people that I got in contact with who helped me out. And because of what he did, it was a part of the vetting of the people that I got in contact with in order to get what I got done. I literally decided in 2019 that I wanted to move to Africa. Not full-time, but part-time. 6 months in Africa, 6 months in the United States. And because I made that decision, I came up with a plan. Now, I'm only 9 months from that plan, and I bought my land. You look at some of my videos, you'll find out that I bought some land. I'm about to start moving and doing what I need to do. All because of these gentlemen. Like I say, they didn't set out to do it, but that's what they did. Sometimes greatness falls on some people, and they don't even know that it's fallen upon them to do a good deed. And as an African American, we know that the most important thing is relationship. It's not about money, it's about relationship. My relationship with you. If you can establish a relationship with me, then I can trust you, be loyal and honest. That's what it's about. And I think that people around the world will find out that if we got a great relationship, you get a heck of a lot more from me than you ever will get if the relationship ain't right. That's why when people don't understand, when we have such a hard time when we go to a store and they charge us more money than they charge a local. You see, it's not about the money, it's about the relationship. You say I'm your brother, but you charge me more money. If you're gonna charge me more money, you're gonna treat me different, then don't call me brother. Heck, I'd rather you say, hey, long lost cousin, or long distant cousin. I understand that. But if you call me brother, then, treat me the same. But in my opinion, I don't worry about that because I'm gonna keep moving and doing what I have to do. But these pioneers that we've learned to follow and learn to trust have been doing an excellent job. And most of them are still on YouTube. They have passed the test of time. We watched the Bags family grow from little just doing videos to buying the land, to cultivating the land, to business, doing all that. We watched T3andMe do the same thing. We've watched Ken Gonda, which is O'Shea Duke Jackson, start off doing what they do, and it's been fun watching them. And I'm not saying these are the only people that are out there that you should trust. What I'm saying is that the proof is in the pudding of what they are doing. Sometimes you have a whole bunch of people that get in here, they say, oh, this place is nice. And next thing you know, they're moving. They get in arguments, fights, and they move. And what they don't understand is trouble follows you because you might be the trouble. Well, you got to learn how to get along with people, And that's the way it is. I've established great relationships in Liberia, I'm trying to establish even better relationships with some of the YouTube people. One of the guys now that I listen to now is Philip Scott podcast. Very interesting gentleman. Like him, from Dallas, Texas. Never met him, never talked to him. But seemed to be a great, decent human being. He put his money where his mouth is. you know? And that's what you got to do. You got to start listening to people who put their money where their mouth is. Stop listening to people that's popping off at the chops, you know, and losing your money because you're listening to the wrong thing. There's a scripture that says that people, they want people because they have itchy ears. Itchy ears mean you want to hear something exciting. You don't want to hear the truth. You want to hear something that's going to convince you. That's why people get conned all the time, because they have itchy ears. Listen to these people. You know, I listened to Julia from Blackzit, and one of the things, and I'm not talking about her life or whatever that's going on. I'm talking about one of the things that I liked about her was her residency or citizenship. I'm not saying that that's the only type of citizenship that I would believe in, but I think it's a great idea, her explanation of the citizenship and how we should go by getting one, you know? Because I do think that African Americans or blacks diaspora should be, you know, offered an easier way to get citizenship, you know? And so I listen to all that because I'm trying to gain more information about these people and about these countries, because if I can't be there, then these people are the ones who are telling me what's going on, you know? And sometimes we get lost in their enemies and what their enemies are saying, and we want to have itchy ears and listen to what their enemies are saying. And it's not about what their enemies are saying, because the simple fact is nobody is perfect. Right now, I 100% agree with all of these people that I talked to you about, and it doesn't matter what their personal life is about. It's about what they are doing and the job that they are doing. Nobody is perfect. This person had an affair with that. That's not my business. This person conned this person. How do you know they conned this person? You don't know. You're not there. You don't know who conned the next person on the next block. You don't know that. But you know about someone on a different continent? No. These are pioneers. And trust me, they done an excellent job. They convinced the whole black diaspora to consider Africa. These were people who came from nowhere, didn't have no media diploma, no news diplomas, but they did it. I've started, you know, everything that I said I was going to do, because those of us who are for real would do it. Now, I've created a way that all of us could go back and forth to Africa. Very, very easy. Very easy. And I'm going to explain it to you on the next video. I don't have time in this video, but I'm going to explain it to you. Subscribe to my channel. I get a lot of views, but I don't get a lot of subscriptions. I guess people just wait. Some people use their television or their phone to watch, and they never hit the subscribe button. I understand that, because in the past I used to do that. I would sit up there and I'd be on my television watching this video, a certain video, and I'd go, well, let me subscribe, but can't, because there's no subscribe button thing on the television. So then I forget to go on the phone or get on my computer to do it. So with that, I apologize. So I've realized that's probably what happens to our programmer. But like I say, this is Rod from Diaspora Kicking the Bobo. Subscribe to my channel. You're going to see some great things, and I'm going to let you see all of it. Subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and leave me a comment. All right? Thank you. Bye.